Welcome back to Airstream Expeditions. We're Julio and Erica. For the next few days, we're camping at Sequoia National Park. Located in the gorgeous Sierra Nevada mountains of California, Sequoia National Park is home to some of the largest trees on Earth. These ancient giants can live for thousands of years and stand as a testament to the beauty and resilience of nature. If you're into towering trees, crystal clear rivers, scenic drives, adventurous climbs, and beautiful trails, then look no further. Prior to its establishment in 1890 as the second national park in the United States, American naturalist and conservationist John Muir was upset at the abuse he saw amongst these trees. Sheep herders were bringing down swaths of forest to create pasture, while loggers, impressed by the size of these trees, took to chopping them down by the square mile. Muir was an instrumental advocate for the protection of these trees, and in September of 1890, Congress set aside Sequoia as a national park. Home base for the next 3 days would be the Lodgepole Campground. From the big stump entrance of the park, it was a gorgeous 45-minute drive through windy roads with beautiful scenery to the campground. We made it to Sequoia National Park, Lodgepole Campground. We are in Site 33, which is one of the middle loops, I think. Only 2 of the 4 loops are currently open since it's the end of the season. Here at Lodgepole Campground, it's all dry camping, no hookups. Each campsite comes with your standard fire ring and picnic table, and there's water spigots spread out throughout the whole campground. There is a dump station. It's pretty clean. And there is potable water as well available at that dump station. So that's pretty convenient if you're in a RV or trailer. We're here at the Lodgepole Amphitheater. As with most national parks, there is an amphitheater here, but it's kind of late in season, so I don't think there's going to be any ranger-led programs, and I think the visitor center is closed too, but we'll confirm that tomorrow morning. Today we just arrived and we're just going to settle in and have fun the next few days and explore the area. So temperatures reached about 28 degrees last night. It was pretty cold. We needed the furnace inside the trailer. There were some very courageous people who were sleeping in tents last night. Came to get some water, and this is what I saw. Visiting Sequoia National Park in mid-November does mean colder weather, which isn't a big deal if you have an RV. But if you have a tent, be prepared for below freezing overnight temperatures. However, daytime temperatures were perfect for hiking. On the positive side, we were only one of a few groups who had the campgrounds and trails all to ourselves. Normally in the spring, summer, and early fall, this campground is completely booked. We're here at the loop where it's tent only. So if you're a tent camper, this might not be a bad place to stay because although the sites are small and cannot accommodate RVs, the benefit is that you're right next to the creek here. So during the summer and shoulder seasons, I'm assuming these would be pretty cool sites. So right here below the bridge, there's a little swimming hole that looks really cool for the summer months, just to hang out for the day and take a nice dip. If you're camping in an RV or trailer and you have solar panels, I would say some of the best sites here to accommodate your rigs that are long and have really good sun exposure are sites 152, 154, 156, and 158. They're all pretty decently long driveways with very good sun exposure to keep those batteries charged. So there's a couple of trailheads that start right from the campground. One of them is the Twin Lakes trailhead, which I believe does require a permit. It's a rather long trail that I believe goes up to 10 miles if you want to make it that long, but from my understanding it does require a permit. So right behind me you'll see the Toccopa Falls trailhead. It's about 1.7 miles each way, and it takes you along this creek right beside me up to Toccopa Falls. It's like a ghost town in here. Not one person here. I'm sure during the summertime there's many people here.
Wilderness permits are overnight.
We're here at the Lodgepole Visitor Center, but I'm thinking because it's the end of the season, it's closed. So we'll skip the visitor center and head over to the General Sherman tree for our first stop. We're here at the General Sherman tree, which is the largest tree on Earth. The General Sherman tree is estimated to be 2,000 years old, and it's actually a middle-aged tree as they can live to be over 3,000 years. It's 275 feet tall, has a circumference of 103 feet, and total volume of 52,508 cubic feet. California coastal redwood trees are the tallest in the world. There are some trees that are wider, but the General Sherman tree is the largest tree by volume on the planet. There's also a nice trail that goes around the entire circumference of the base so that you can see the tree from many different angles. It's really hard to comprehend the sheer size of the tree when you're standing at the base, but it's amazing to see this behemoth. But the General Sherman tree isn't the only impressive tree here. If you want to extend the trail, you can head out on the 3-mile Congress Trail, which takes you to a few more giant sequoias that are in the top 10 largest in the world. The next stop of the day was the Giant Forest Museum, a free museum where you can pop in and learn some interesting facts about these giant sequoia trees. I learned that these special trees don't grow everywhere in the sequoia belt. The conditions have to be just perfect. The soil has to be moist but not soggy. Elevations of 7,500 square feet is usually too cold, and below 5,000 square feet is usually too dry. The result is a narrow belt where conditions are just perfect for these trees to thrive. There are also rangers on staff to help you with information to plan your trip, as well as a gift shop. Our next stop was at Tunnel Log, which is a giant tree that you can drive through. It's a 275-foot sequoia tree which in 1937 fell right across the road. The very next year, a 17-foot wide and 8-foot high tunnel was cut through the tree to make it a visitor's attraction. After Tunnel Log, we continued on the road to Crescent Meadow, which is a 1.3-mile loop which provides access to a stunning meadow that you won't forget. Right at the entrance to Crescent Meadow, there's a cool little picnic area right here behind me. So if you come do this little trail, make sure you bring some lunch or some snacks and enjoy the surroundings. After parking in the large lot, you'll proceed to the start of the trail, which is near the picnic area. The trail is also the main access point for the High Sierra Trail, which goes from Sequoia to Mount Whitney. So you'll see a sign here, and you may see some backpackers starting their journey. The trail around the meadow meanders its way all along and provides lots of opportunities for great videos and photos. If you want to extend your hike like we did, the Crescent Meadows Loop connects to a network of other trails that you can take farther down into the grove. We chose to go on a detour to the Tharp's Log Trail, which adds on about another 1.7 miles round trip. I'm inside a giant sequoia tree. Just a reminder, if you enjoy our content and find our videos helpful, we would truly appreciate if you could give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel. It helps the YouTube algorithm spread the video out to other outdoor enthusiasts just like you and I. So I'm here at Tharp's log. Hale Tharp first arrived here in 1858. He was a stockman by trade, and he came and settled in this Crescent Meadow area, and his goal was to raise cattle to sell to the ever-expanding local population. So he took this fallen tree behind me and created a cabin out of it. He even carved out some windows, took some local rocks and made a chimney out of it. So he was a pretty resourceful guy. He relied on the native local tribes to show him around, and it created a pretty good friendship with them. After Crescent Meadow, we ended up at Moro Rock. The road to the trailhead is not accessible to cars in the winter and often has a shuttle during busy summer days. During the rest of the year, you can drive directly to the trailhead where there are few parking spots, so make sure you get here early. The trail to the top of Moro Rock is about a half-mile round trip. However, it may be tough to catch your breath because it starts at an elevation of 6,500 feet. It's about 350 steps to get to the top, and if you're afraid of heights, you may want to sit this one out. The trail to the top takes you along a set of 350 stairs that were built into the side of the rock in the 1930s. Before that, there was a wooden staircase that eventually deteriorated and had to be replaced with this one. Along the way, there are some great views and photo opportunities towards the Great Western Divide. Our final stop of the trip was the Big Trees Trail, which is located right next to the Giant Forest Museum. It's only about 1.5 miles round trip, and the trail is one of the best short and easy hikes you can do in Sequoia. This loop takes you completely around the meadow and provides impressive views of a lot of old growth massive sequoia trees, as well as the beautiful meadow itself. I highly recommend that you take the time to explore this trail. We sure hope that you've enjoyed exploring Sequoia National Park with us. Visiting the park in November was one of the best decisions we've made when visiting a national park, and we really enjoyed the beauty and serenity this park offers in a crowd-free environment. Please join us next time for part 4 of our California Coastal Camping series as we visit Jalama Beach County Park in Lompoc, California.